Thank you, Congressman Grimm. We are facing in this country another crisis, and that is our water. Our water countrywide is being contaminated from a drilling process called hydraulic fracturing for natural gas.
Amen.
And I will state a question. First of all, natural gas is not alternative energy. Alternative energy is clean, renewable energy such as solar and wind and geothermal. Excuse me.
Put it in your gas tank.
Oh.
Excuse me. Let me finish, please. I represent New Yorkers for Clean Water. I have been researching this for over a year. Our New York City water is under threat of contamination if hydraulic fracturing for natural gas is permitted anywhere else in New York State in our watershed. You voted for natural gas subsidies which will promote hydro-fracking in the Marcellus Shale, polluting the water in your district. You previously said you would protect the New York City watershed. Why did you sign the bill? New Yorkers for Clean Water are hoping, Congressman Grimm, that we will put politics aside and that you will do everything to prevent hydraulic fracturing in the state of New York and especially in the New York City watershed, because without clean water, we don't need town hall meetings anymore.
Getting into alternative energy, might as well go there for a second. We're getting to energy policy as a whole. I certainly want to protect our watershed, but I will say this, and you're probably going to get some jeers. We need to drill here now for both oil, natural gas, safely, but we need to drill now all along our coasts for oil and gas. We are abundant with natural gas. I do believe it is a bridge to getting us energy independent. I'm not going to back down for that as long as it is done safely. I will not jeopardize our water, but you know, there's no way of doing this. We can discuss that another time, make an appointment with my office and we'll look at the research, but there's as much research as you have that it's unsafe, that it is safe.
That's not true.
So, okay?
That's all corporate paid research.
We can discuss it as much as you like, okay? But we have an abundance of natural gas. I think everything needs to be on the table, especially now, as gas prices are spiking. We can't even afford to fill our tanks and feed our families, and everything must be on the table. I say we drill, I say we do wind, solar, we do it all. We gotta try and finally become energy independent. Really, I think so.
If you look at the process of hydrofracking, the companies drill down into the earth and then they drill out laterally in 8 different directions. Then they pump, it's water, but it's also 500 different chemicals which are pumped at high pressure down into the shale. It expands out into the shale, and then the natural gas comes back up through the pipeline. What this is doing is causing the water to be poisoned. People are getting cancer in record numbers in the areas where they're doing this shale fracking. It's killing animals. It is destroying the environment. This is a property rights issue. These people's property, their very bodies and lives are being destroyed by this process that has gone completely unregulated. And yes, I'm sure you can find research that says it's safe, but the proof is in the pudding. If you look at the testimony of these people, you can see they turn on their faucets and flames come out of the faucets because of the natural gas getting into their drinking water supplies.
In 2006, filmmaker Josh Fox received a letter in the mail offering him $100,000 for permission to drill for natural gas on his land. He knew that in 2005, Congress had passed a bill exempting gas companies from environmental regulations. He wanted to know what impact the drilling would have on his land, so he took his camera across the United States to discover the truth about hydraulic fracturing.
The method of gas drilling they use is called hydraulic fracturing, or fracking. It blasts a mix of water and chemicals 8,000 feet into the ground. The fracking itself is like a mini earthquake. The intense pressure breaks apart the rock and frees up the gas.
6 states have documented over 1,000 incidents of groundwater contamination.
It bubbles and hisses when it comes out. I won't drink it.
They can drill whether we like it or not.
It's a free-for-all. Our water was good before they started drilling, and when they got done, it was bad.
Obviously, we have a problem here.
The Colorado Oil and Gas Commission is aware of the situation and will probably be doing some additional testing in the area as soon as possible.
There's been concern raised about the methods to tap these valuable resources. They have been characterized as environmentally risky and inadequately regulated. Such reports are not accurate.
The neurological effects are very insidious.
Everybody was sick, including me.
I have these lesions in my brain.
You get pains all over your body.
If you weren't able to do this hydraulic fracturing, how much more would we be dependent on foreign oil and terrorism?
I have one quote here from you that says that you're trying to do this in a way that doesn't damage the environment. But you also said recently that water contamination is inevitable.
Well, yeah, I mean...
are those contradictory, or...?
Despite documented health risks and environmental impact, hydraulic fracturing is spreading across the globe.
It's amazing that what took Mother Nature millions of years to build can be destroyed in a few hours with a piece of heavy machinery.
What it's doing is searching for a problem that does not exist.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
It's not supposed to do that.